All right, cool.
Sir.
Welcome back to the Cult of Personality podcast, hosted by yours truly once again, Mikeymcchoppa. And we've been away for half a fucking year. And I'm sorry about that, y'all. I just want to say in this time, Merry Christmas. Hope you had a happy New Year. Hope you're having a good fucking St. Patty's Day by the time this drops. Um, dude, I'm so sorry, y'all, for taking so much time. Honestly, like it was September. I kind of was just burnt out. I was just telling my boy over here, like I didn't really plan for it. However, then the holidays came up, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. The holidays, my birthday, all of it falls in the same quarter of the year. So I just took the winter off. Fuck it. And now we're back. Now we're back. So we're back. Oh, and before we get into the meat and cheese and introducing our guests to the left here, I want to thank you guys for 300 subscribers. We hit that back when I left 6 months ago, and it kind of went up and went down and went to 299, 298. Now we're at 302. Thank you guys for being such loyal supporters, and hopefully you guys follow me through the next step of what's to come and what's going on because I don't even know what the fuck is happening. Anywho, without further ado, welcome to the show with me, our new guest, the first guest of season 8. Welcome to the show, Triple X Lacuna. Is that how you
Yes,
pronounce
sir.
it?
It's
Yes.
you could say it like that. It's basically Spanish, you know. It's I usually just tell people Lacuna.
So, actually, to kind of start off on a good, great topic, where did that name come from? And I know this infringes a little bit on our trademark question, but
Uh, I was honestly I think I was really just like looking at a bunch of crazy words like in the dictionary.
right.
I was sifting through, and I finally got to Lacuna, and I knew about have you ever heard of Lacuna Coil? It's like a band,
Mm,
it's like a rock band, metal band, or something like that.
I haven't.
I knew about them, and I was like, fuck, I'll just take out coil and I'll use lacuna because in the dictionary it means it's kind of like an empty space in a book. So I kind of take that as a metaphor for music, kind of like music is filling that empty space in my story, in my book, and that's basically it, really. And you can really interpret it however way you want with that definition, for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, I like that. I think it's cool. It's like with music, it's definitely like a blank canvas of sorts, so like a blank page of sorts. It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Um, I also feel like it's obviously like an homage to like XXX Tentacion, like the whole
Yeah,
Triple X
so
Spanish.
my Instagram starts with I love you, and so it was kind of more like XXX means I love you because like everything else like my PlayStation is ILY, so it's like it's all the
I get
same.
you. Hell yeah,
I can't
that's
change it
what's up.
now, so it's like fuck, oh, I gotta stick with it on all platforms now.
Yeah, yeah. I hate when that happens. Like, especially
Yeah.
like, I made my username when I was like 15, dude. You know how many times I've been like, should I change this shit? I don't
Uh,
know. But that's what's up, man. So, I wanted to also ask, because I was just thinking, like, before we started up, like, just a bunch of shit to ask. Where are you from? And on top of where are you from, how does that affect your music, if in any way at all?
okay, so I'm from Bakersfield, California. A little fun fact, if you don't know this, Infinity is dead. He was on this podcast, I don't know how long ago.
Way
He was
back when.
way back when. He's from here as well, and I know him. I've met him at a show. It's pretty cool. He's came back down here one time for like a little open mic thing. I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, no, I think right now it affects me because like there's it's more of like a hardcore scene going on right now, like a bunch of hardcore and punk bands going on.
That's
But
nice.
there's so what?
I said that's pretty nice.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty cool. The like a bunch of all the kids and shit, like the whole community is coming out. Like I got some friends who do this DIY venue that I performed at like maybe like twice now.
Hmm.
And it's pretty cool. Like you definitely like everybody hardcore is kind of really relatable to like hip hop, so it's kind of easy to like make friends within that scene and that group. And so they kind of like they're like, okay, this guy's also like doing something else that's not hardcore, but he's also performing at the same venue. Let's check it out, type shit. So like I
Yeah, it's
think
like a
that's
cool
definitely
little
how it
fusion.
affects it. Yeah, exactly. And I'm into that shit. Like I be in the mosh pits throwing hands and shit, bro. Like yeah, so it's kind of one of those things where not only do they fuck with the music, they also like I'm a part of the community, so they know.
Right. Do you feel like being a part of the scene affects your sound, or do you feel like it's strictly just like a social thing for you?
Uh, Definitely both. I mean, I definitely some unreleased stuff with my group that we got going on right now. I definitely got some like grungy ass vibes in there.
That's what's up.
Hell
So,
yeah.
are you a part of like a collective when you mention group?
Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah. So I'm a part. This is recent as of last summer.
mm-hmm.
Uh, they're from Santa. We got three. Damn, hold on. We got Apollo Black. He's the owner. He's the founder, whatever. And then you got Smooth
Gotcha.
Manny. You got Charwells. You got Ant. He's our videographer. And then you got Joe. We call him Joe, but it's bass golf. And then you also got Dev. That one, Dev. He's our producer. And then you got me. So that's five. That's seven guys in total.
That's what's up. That's
Um,
a pretty hefty roster you got going on.
yeah, we're thinking about expanding. We don't know yet. It's kind of early. We're working on a little docu-series, but yeah, those guys besides Dev, they're from San Antonio. They're all from Texas, and
Nice.
we go by Supreme Innovation Movement. We also are SIM, whatever you wanna interpret it as. But yeah,
That's what's
we're
up.
making moves right now, so trying to get it going, get it in.
Hell yeah, make your way in. Um, when did that start, you would say, this whole group, or when did you join if you weren't there for the
Yeah,
beginning?
no, I joined last summer. I want to say they've been a thing for maybe like since 2016. That's at least the story they've told me, I think. Hopefully I'm not wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry if you guys are watching this. Shout out all my boys in Supreme.
Hell yeah, bro. I love that. I love when, you got especially like in this day and age of music where things I feel like can get so individualistic. I love to see people in community with, making pretty much people helping other people make it work, because teamwork makes the dream work. It's a lot fucking harder to
Yeah.
do this shit dolo, coming from firsthand
Yes, sir.
experience.
Yes, it is, bro. Fuck. I think ever since I started meeting more people doing music, especially in town, it's like it's been a lot easier because when it comes to Bakersfield and music, at least like now, people
Hmm.
are definitely more like talking to each other and like trying to make shit together. So that's really good to see. Especially like being in a group, as you said, like uh it's kind of individualistic right now. I think that's what kind of makes us stand out is because everybody's just being individual and now you got a group of people and they're all helping each other. It's kind of like people are saying 2026 is new 2016 and it's kind of like okay, well, let's try to do that then. Let's try to, not saying like following a trend or nothing, but I feel like you kind of get those undertones from like that from us because definitely got underground sound and it's a new collective, you know what I mean? So we're
Hell
definitely
yeah.
trying to make our way out there and definitely open up with this little documentary we're doing.
What is that really focusing on the documentary? Is it more so just like following you guys around doing shows, making music, stuff like that?
Uh, so it's basically like our journey. It's gonna start out from like where they began, like before us, and then it's gonna like kick us into like when we joined and like our story kind of deal. So, but yeah, we're supposed to be going. I'm supposed to be flying out to Texas in like a few weeks to finish the rest of the filming and like the album and stuff. So it should be fun. Yeah, it's
That's
been a
what's
minute
up.
since I've been in Texas.
Yeah, I was about to say that's pretty cool. How do you feel about like that going out there, having to do business out there? Is it like have you been out there before? Is it different for you?
Yeah, I used to live in Texas for 3 years. I moved from here with my mom, and I lived there for maybe like 3 years, and then I moved back to live with my dad. And shit, I mean, I think it'd be cool to go back. It's been a minute since I've been out of state,
Mm-hmm.
and especially like by myself, I guess, so to speak, with like no parentals type of deal. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I'm still young, so it's kind of like it's like crazy. I don't know.
No, 100%, bro. I was just thinking that like I've never like you go anywhere. I've been places for vacation, but I never went nowhere on some business shit. Like, yo, I gotta go handle some shit. I'm out. That's
Some
dope.
tax write-offs, you know what I'm saying? Like Like I'm pretty sure that's because it's literally a business trip where our group is LLC, so it should be cool. We can get actual business, make some
Professional
money.
business moves. That's
Yeah,
lit.
get some actual sponsors and shit.
Hell
That's
yeah,
what we're
bro.
working on right now, actually. So
That's dope. Getting that ball rolling is really cool, you know, the
yeah,
potential is
exactly.
all there. That's what's up, man. So, you know, moving away now from the collective talk and going back into you as an individual, I kind of want to discuss, like, I guess this is where the main trademark question will fit into the podcast. Pretty much, I want to talk about how you started, where you are now, and where you're going. So, pretty much, it'll go like this: XXX Lacuna, however.
Yes, sir.
Name, image, aura, energy. Pretty much, how'd you start? How'd you get here? Everything in between. Just give us the whole rundown.
Yeah, so I didn't always have the name Lacuna. It used to be it's crazy because my name is Nick. So I literally just did a little thing and I went by Lil Nick for a little bit. That shit was cringe as fuck. We start me and my it was crazy. I started out fuck. I remember coming home one day from like elementary school or some shit. I had a little iPhone 4 and my I don't know, my brother got in trouble or grounded or some shit, didn't have his phone, so he took mine. And I went in there and I looked at my apps, and all of a sudden I see SoundCloud. I'm like, SoundCloud, what the fuck is this? So I click on it. It's his account. I'm like, oh shit, there's music on this. And I click on one of his songs. I'm like, oh shit, my brother made music. What the fuck? So I was like, that kind of like inspired me because like, I was just a kid. I was hella like heavily inspired by my brothers at the time, I guess. So I was like looking at apps so I could get on my phone, my little ass iPhone. I think the newest was like the 8 or something.
Yeah.
So like I was behind a whole 4 generations. Um and I found this like beat maker ass like app and it was like it came with like presetted sounds that or loops or whatever.
Yeah.
So it would let me do like make record all of it, but I would have to do it all manually. So I'd have to press record and then hit the loop. I was
Oh
like,
shit.
this is a bitch. But like that's how I got like some of my first beats on SoundCloud. And then but like I was like, fuck, this shit's I can't do it like this. So time goes by and I ended up moving to Texas and I really wasn't doing anything music wise just
Mhm.
because I was like I mean I really don't have the equipment or hardware software whatever to do any of it. But eventually I met this guy and he was giving away his like old ass laptop like this. I'm talking like beefy HP fucking loud ass fan.
That's funny.
And so yeah, and so I ended up downloading Audacity, which everybody knows what that is at this point, I hope.
Real ones know.
And so I didn't have a mic or nothing. I had a headset with like the flip down like a gaming headset and it wasn't
Yeah.
shit. And it has one aux jack in it and you plug it in, that mic don't work on it. So you can only hear audio. But I found a trick, and this you can't find this anywhere. I think like it's all deleted. But I actually when I plug it in, you can talk into one of the headphone, and it would pick it up. And so I did it that way, and it actually like it kind of worked. And so
That's
it wasn't the
crazy.
best, but like it was still like it still worked. And so I started out doing that, and eventually I was like, okay, now what kind of music do I make? And so I was heavily listening to like Suicide Boys, so it was like a lot of like dark like rap. So it was, but being like a young kid in junior high, it's kind of like edgy, like hella edgy.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna do this. But eventually, I ended up going out to back in town for Christmas, and I
Mhm.
got a snowball, little snowball ice,
The blue
and some
snowball.
headphones. Yeah, and some like, and already had a gaming headset, so I was like, all right, we set. And while I was visiting, my cousin was also kind of into music. Like before I left,
Mhm.
he showed me BandLab, and I was like, okay, hold up, now we cooking. And so my laptop was not good enough to run BandLabs, but while I was there, I recorded some songs, and I got some early songs that are out, I think still. but I think I privated them. Other than that though, like it kind of was like some like sad shit, like just in our feels.
Yeah.
It was cool, like being able to actually make music without having to worry about like, fuck, I gotta use this headset and talk into it. Like, how does
Yeah,
that
having
work?
that creative freedom a little and that technical freedom.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Yeah.
I was gonna ask when you started, did you start off as a producer or you kind of started off doing both or were you producing your own
I
stuff at
think
all?
yeah, I would say it was more of a like beats, definitely because that's all I didn't have like a mic or anything to record, so it was like, damn, can't do any of that.
Yeah.
So I was just uploading like those little loop things on SoundCloud. I think there was an app called it was some rap app where you like look for beats and you rap on it and like you can post it to that specific app, and I was like, I'll give it a shot. So there's maybe I maybe uploaded some of those to SoundCloud at some point. But I ended up going back to Texas for a little bit longer, and I was using Audacity, and it was it was it was okay.
It
I
gets
ended up
by.
I could yeah, I convinced my dad to get me like this fucking this laptop. It was like some like 8 gigs of RAM bullshit, like some like little shit, and I could run I had a FL Studio Trial or like a crack version of it.
Yeah.
So that's what I was using at that point. But once I got there, I started really like actually getting my sound together and like what I really wanted to do. Um,
I was gonna say, how's your sound
yeah,
really step forward
it
moving
was
from
it
the beginning
was
now?
people a lot of people. Oh, damn, I would say it's a lot like emo,
Hmm.
like like little peep shit. Matter of fact, motherfuckers were saying I was showing my friends like the new shit. And they're all like, "Bro, you sound like Lil Peep, bro." And that's like every time I hear that, that's like my bane, bro. That's like,
Yeah, bane of my existence.
yeah, exactly. And
It's
people still say it.
2026. I would feel like we'd like outgrow the peep comparisons.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes I look at it, people tell me like, "Bro, that's a good thing, though." And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess you're right." Like, Peep was a good ass artist, so it's I guess it's good to be compared to that. But at the same time,
Yeah.
it's like I want to be me.
Exactly. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I used to get that the not the peep comments. I always got like they never gave it to me because I'm not white. They would always give me like one of his like friends that were fucking POC, like Cold Heart Tracy. They'd be like, "Yo, you sound like so
Oh
and so."
yeah.
I'm like, number one, you're lying, and number two, it feels racist. Anywho, what was I gonna say? But
Fuck.
with that being said, like I used to get those comments in 2020, 2021, and I would be like, ugh, like why do I feel like I'm automatically put in a box? Like, why you
Exactly.
fucking let me rock, you know? But yeah, it definitely is a good indicator that people are impressed by like I think your quality, and then like that's what usually how I take it. Like I don't even think people mean like, oh, you sound just like so and so. I think it's just like is that similar quality and genre of
Right.
music, and people like, and that's great because that's an indicator to you that shit you're reaching a quality in music that has potential to reach fucking millions of people.
Right. Yeah. Like you said, like it made me feel inclined to make that type of music because you know what I mean. Like people were saying, like you sound just like I'm. Like okay, that means like I'm really perfecting that sound. Maybe I should just keep doing that.
Right.
Uh, Eventually, I was like, okay, I'm kind of getting tired of that. So I started doing some like I started making beats again, and it was more of like a spacey cloud. I don't know. I want to say like cloud rap. Like that's definitely what I'm trying to like work my way into. So it's more like I don't know if you've ever heard of Smoke Dope, kind of
Yeah,
like some shit like
I've heard of
that.
him by name. I haven't really listened to his stuff too heavy.
Yeah, exactly. But definitely like I ended up moving back. And damn, like it was still like the same like vibe and still everything. I still had a snowball ice. Eventually, I had a cousin. He works at Guitar Center, and he
Hmm.
had this mic that he didn't use, and it was XLR. And I was like, "Oh fuck!" I was like, this is like great. This is literally what I need. This is what I need to make sure like I go from my sound goes from here all the way to up here, you know? And I just the mic
Yeah.
Actually, I don't rock that mic anymore today. I'm tripping. But I didn't have any of the cords. I didn't have an interface. I didn't have nothing. So the next Christmas, it's always Christmas, bro. My dad got me like this little like 200 like Amazon deal bundle, and it came with the Focusrite and all the like shit you need, and it came with an arm, but I didn't have a desk for
Reliable.
it. So yeah, and you know, uh, after I got all that shit, it was just really straightforward from there. Like the quality went all the way. So to bring that up to speed though, I eventually got a new mic,
Mm-hmm.
so that's like 10 times better. But my sound nowadays is really like I'm trying. I don't even know to be real. Like some lucky shit. I don't. I'm working on this. I'm not even working on it. I'm planning on releasing this album soon, maybe
Mm-hmm.
in like the next week or so. And it's kind of like very melodic in a sense. So
Wow, yeah.
and all produced by my boy Dev and everything. So it should be cool. Should be cool.
That's what's up. How's the process been of working on that on the album?
Well, it's been hard actually because I'm working night shifts at a warehouse, so
Yeah, I
it's
get
like from like 2 to however long they keep us.
shit. That
So,
fucking
but when I
sucks.
find the time, I used to find the time on weekends or like sometimes weekdays, depending on if I had him off.
Mm-hmm.
I just go over to his crib and he has a whole setup, um, and we probably hit like maybe 2 or 3 songs every day. I'd probably stay early till like midnight, and we would just keep pushing them out. And eventually, he ran into some hardware problems, and his hard drive corrupted.
Uh,
So all like we were still working on it, and he lost all the project files. So we got what we can, and we're just gonna release it how it is. We have masters for it, but they're not the final masters.
yeah.
So, you gotta do what you can, but we're working on a new one right now. A little,
That's what's up,
giving
man.
it a little different vibe. Hopefully it
Oh,
comes out good.
that little setback makes for a greater comeback. So,
That's why I told him I was like, hey, maybe it was just I was meant to be make some new shit.
how
Some that
many
10 times better.
how many tracks is on this album, you think?
I think it's like 10. I
That's
think
what's
it's
up.
10.
And you said you're
Yeah.
going like right now, your sound is kind of like you said, like that, like a lucky type vibe, like that, like kind of like how would you like hmm,
Uh, I think I meant lucky in terms of like the melodies, but like
right.
overall vibe, I think I'm kind of like doing my own thing. It's more there's some upbeat songs, there's some jerk songs in there. I can't lie, some jerk beats in there. But I think Dev really gives it its own like spice the way he
Yeah.
does it. So,
Yeah, it's definitely cool to have like your own, again, creative freedom with it, having your boy producing it and stuff like that, really working on it despite work and all that shit.
right.
Hell yeah, bro. So, what's the like, you thinking dropping this what next week, you said?
Yeah, sometime next week hopefully. Maybe Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday. When do you think you'll drop this podcast?
Shit, this drops on a Monday. This drops, what's today, Tuesday? So this will be dropping next Monday. This upcoming Monday.
Okay. Okay, then it will definitely drop next week then. It'll definitely drop next week. Because I said
Yeah,
I told everybody I was dropping it in March, so I'm dropping it in March. There you go. It's next
yeah.
week.
That's good. That's good timing, man. With the fucking talk about it on the pod and release it right after. Yeah,
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about it that way, to be honest.
it's some
Honestly,
good insight.
I've this I felt like this interview was low key overdue because like I think I hit you up once about it. I don't remember.
You probably
I think
most definitely did.
I think I did. I think that was like the time you were starting to go on your hiatus,
Yeah,
like
it
kind of
probably
like into it.
for sure. I mean, there's been like it's been like fucking however many hiatuses with this podcast already. So you
All right.
definitely, I like you could have hit me up. I feel like you've been following along for so long that I feel like you could have hit me up like 3 years ago at this point.
I know.
But
I was seeing
I'm
all the guys.
terrible.
Yeah, I was seeing all the guys like get their episodes. Definitely like Infinity. I was like, fuck. I definitely need to get on there now. But who else did you have you done November yet?
I did
I don't.
him, yeah, a
Right.
while back. That was I did. I got a lot of those guys out the way like in the beginning because I did Infinity. Like he was like, dude, he was like my fucking. He was like my fifth or like 10th episode of the whole like of season one.
Yeah.
And then I think RIP November, I think that was like season two at some point. Mind you, I was just doing interview after interview, so this was all like
Yeah, I was
months
seeing
span
you
of
was
each other.
pumping shit out. Every story I seen, I was like, damn, damn,
Yeah,
damn.
that was a fun time. That was like because I had interviewed nobody. It was really easy to just interview everybody that I already knew because these were just people that I like had on social media and I knew
Yeah,
from SoundCloud and shit. So that was a fun time. I'm not gonna lie. I want to like step back into a momentum like that because I had that in the beginning, and then when I moved out here back into the city, like a year after, like 2024, I was like on fire. Like 2023 and 2024, I was really doing my shit. Mhm. It
hey
slows
man.
down though.
Yeah, it does, but you know, you can get the ball rolling again, bro. This first episode, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Definitely get the whole team, you know what I'm saying?
Tap
That's how you
in,
get
yo.
the ball roll. Yeah, that's how you get the ball rolling right there.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
you
that's
got
what I was
six more
doing.
guys to go, bro.
Dead ass. Yeah, exactly. I'm open to it. Dude, I wish like I don't know, when I first started the pod, people would hit me up, OD, like, yo, let me get an interview. Now it's like I be having to stretch my arm out like, yo, come here,
Hey,
interview.
get over here.
Exactly. Like I be feeling like I'm overstepping my reach, you know? It's like, bro. But I would love to. Tell them to hit me up. I'll hit them up.
Hell
Like
yeah.
whatever.
That we might even be able to make that something we could do as a group. All
Yeah.
like on little webcam, bro. When I'm in
All on
Texas,
little
bro.
squares.
We'll all be together. Yeah.
Oh, that works. Yeah, I
Yeah,
would
we
love
might be able
to.
to do that. I'll definitely hit them up and let them know.
Hell yeah, man. So to bring it back to the interview, we talked about this album you're working on. We talked about how you kind of get started and stuff like that. In terms of this album, particularly after the album, are you working on anything like videos besides documentary? Because that's like in
Right.
itself one thing, but like music videos or any extra things surrounding that. Are you planning on releases for after the album? Kind of stuff like that.
Definitely definitely trying to work. When it comes to music videos, I don't really depending on the song, I don't really like to just like, all right, here's a music video, let's do it. Get the camera out.
Right.
I really like to plan it out and get like some set locations for sure. It's and again, it's really hard with like work and everything. So, but I'm hoping that this trip that we're finna do, definitely get some of that content like that out of the way. Just like some like pull up the camera and start shooting. Definitely some of those scenes too, like for the album,
Oh yeah.
especially this album coming out right now. Other than that, I think this next album I really have like some type of idea in my head when it comes to that,
Hmm.
especially because music music definitely revolves around content now. Like people really want to see like visuals with the sound because it like catches your attention, especially with like TikTok.
Right.
You open TikTok, you see this TikTok and you're like, "Oh, it looks cool," whatever, like it grabs your attention. But then there's music playing, that's like the secondary part
Yeah.
of it, I guess. People go, "Oh, this is a cool TikTok. Oh, this is a cool song." They check the song, you know? It's
Yep.
definitely one of those things.
The TikTokification of music.
I know I hate it, honestly. It's good, you know, it's good for like artists and everything to like make your own, obviously your own image and your own brand or whatever. It's just I feel like it's not as organic as it used to be.
That's what I have said for years at this point, and it's like very artificial.
Yeah, it's
And
very out like algorithmic.
yeah, and I just
Yeah.
I hate that shit. That shit took the fun out of music for me, or like out of creating. Once it became so analytical,
Yeah.
I've like personally have to like do the mental effort to make it fun for me again because like you have to just like really approach it like for me I have to approach creating like a kid like how I did when I was a kid like I didn't give a fuck about what I was doing or how. I was just doing it because I wanted to, and I was just you have to not give a fuck really. But
Right.
um, yeah, fuck TikTok. I deleted TikTok. I haven't had TikTok for months,
Yeah,
and
shit.
my life has been
I
a
can't
lot
even
better.
like don't send me too many TikToks. I gotta watch them all.
That's like I was thinking about that too because it was the same thing with me, and I was like, nah, like Lena's gonna have to understand. But yeah, bro, fucking a. That's cool though. I like to hear about like I do like the music videos and shit. I wish that we had content. I wish we had music based content that wasn't specifically for Reels or TikTok because I feel like people be like, "Oh, I gotta make content. I gotta make a reel, so the
Right.
song could fucking get traction." I miss like days, like even like how would you say 10 to 15 years ago, where
Yeah.
everybody was just kind of making videos and shit for the sake of wanting to express, not for the sake of like, oh, I need to do real content and fucking make the For You page. It was like, I just want to do it.
Right.
That was a fun time. That was when shit was like really dope.
Yeah, I think so too. I really wish like I was at the point I am now when music was like that, but that's kind of impossible, especially
Yeah,
like but
you
you
just have
know,
to roll with the punches.
yeah, I think that's what makes most artists special is like their come up like that, you know, like what did they do to like really like stay on track, you know? Like
And
it's
stand out.
yeah, exactly. Like I feel like the story is more interesting than the act like the music speaks the story in a sense.
Right. The music is the meat and cheese of the whole thing. It's not
Like
the
you said.
secondary. People would be like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just a weird era to be in, internet wise, music wise, and stuff.
Yeah.
But moving forward and moving, like, talking less about the album and just direction, the overall future, where do you see yourself going? Where do you want to be? How far do you think you'll go in terms of like with this album or just music in general, or if you want to branch out and do other things, etc.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely like speaking about branching out to other things, I definitely want to do like some like videos and like I don't know, definitely like other ways to make content besides music, like live streaming and all that. Like me and my boys have talked about doing that.
Uh-huh.
I think we were definitely thinking about doing like in a sense a multimedia LLC, you know, like company and everything. You know, gaming videos and then like vlogs, whatever. Everything at some point it'll all come back to the music. But I think that's like our way of like music is individualistic as of right now, but the way we're trying to do is we're trying to do it as a group,
Mm,
but at the same time we're also like, okay, we gotta find ways to also bring them to the individuals of the group. So
right,
gaming, you get to see all the personalities of everybody, especially with the vlogs, and like you get to see like how we act in public in person, you know.
right,
Um, and then that will bring you, you know, to the group, and that's how every I don't know. It's a whole process that we're you know like we're still talking about it, but that's like the idea of it. In terms of like seeing where I'm going, that's really hard because like you know it's all fog. You never really know,
right,
but I'm hoping for you know some radio play. Some I know we'll really like try to sign to like labels and everything, and maybe that'll come down the road. But I think especially with us being our own business, I feel like we won't need to do that. We're definitely we because we have two branches. We got California branch. My boy lives out in LA. I live here.
right,
Uh, and then the rest of the guys live out in Texas. So we're really trying to do shows, like our own shows. And we were talking about getting sponsored by some people that throw them,
right.
but we kind of already had like some like bad impressions from them.
Mm,
So I brought up the idea of just doing it ourselves, and I think we could really do that, especially in here this town that I know a lot of people. They know a lot of people in their town. They've already got some stuff set up in LA. So it's it's kind of like conquering. It's like conquest, bro. You know, we're taking all the points slowly but surely.
Yeah, man. And I think it's definitely possible to do things independently with so many people involved in like funding it, financially, creatively, etc. And I always think that it's cool when collectives go for that like multimedia, like kind of like a cultural hub rather than like just a music collective, like hitting all
Yeah,
aspects of things. It really does bring insight on who the people are. And then I think it also gives you a different perspective on, or like a different aspect of the music,
right.
because you get to see the people behind it. And I think that's
Yeah,
cool.
it's not just the straight emotion from the music. It's like now it's personality, the cult of personality, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You get it.
Um, yeah, and I think you really see stuff like that with like multimedia is like DDG and like Black Boy Max, you know. Obviously he's not in phase no more, but like they stream doing music on Twitch.
Right.
So it's basically the same thing except they're still doing music. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
man. Exactly. And so like, and I'm not gonna lie, like I'm gonna sound like such an old man. Like I'm not too fresh up on who, like I've heard
No,
of Black
yeah.
Boy Max, but like I don't know really his gist or what he does at all. And it's funny because I've had kids I've interviewed be on his stream,
Oh, really?
and
Oh, I do know a few guys that have been on this stream, but they're kind of just like in the background.
like I just like but that's cool. Like my point in
Yeah, it's
being is
still
like
cool you get that credit, I guess.
I'm not like, cause like pretty much what I'm saying is like I'm not fresh on the content or like what's going on, like what's trending now. I know streamers are really in like the Twitch streams and YouTube
Yeah.
streaming and whatever other streaming platforms are in now. I think to take that inspiration from that, like what's trending now, what's going on now, and then also examples of it and what we've seen in the past. Like when I think of multimedia culture or content with music and stuff, I think of Odd Future, I think of ASAP, I think of like old Smack DVD, like fucking, like that late
Right.
2000s, early 2010s rap shit. I think of a bunch of shit, and it was just like it created a culture, rather than creating just a music scene. It created like a
Right.
whole
I feel
wave.
I feel people are heavily inspired from that generation as a whole, definitely. I mean, I feel like that's where most of the sound comes from anyways.
Yeah, I think it laid out like a blueprint for what
Yeah.
everybody's doing now. And then I think what you do with that blueprint really makes or breaks it. I think there's a lot of potential for creativity right now, especially like, well, what you're talking about. But do I feel like every individual maxes out at their potential for creativity? No. And I think that's the
Definitely
thing we need
not.
to focus on, is like people just taking pushing boundaries, innovating, really doing the most we can with what we got, rather than just like, I feel like people are just so like, I don't know, people are going, in my opinion, people kind of just go for what is going to get them views or success or whatever, you know?
Right. That's basically like the fundamental of our collective too, like is innovating yourself and like furthering your pushing your boundaries and everything. Like that's the whole point of supreme innovation. So that's cool. That's funny that you say that. I was like, damn, he's literally just explaining to the group.
Yeah, bro. And I think that's a good sentiment to carry within
It
art,
is, yeah.
or that needs to be reinstated into art, because I don't know, man. Like I got plenty of friends that make music, and um how do I say it like nicely? It's like I don't ever find myself super impressed. I find myself like, this is pretty chill, this is cool, this is good. I have a couple friends and I'm like, oh yeah, no, this is a banger. They make fire music. But a lot of majority, it's like I feel like I've heard this before, you know? It's like I feel like
Yeah.
that I've heard something like this, and so I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm hard to satisfy, but then I listen to shit from like 20 years ago and I'm like, "Damn, this is so fire." Like, where did we like miss the step? What went wrong,
Right.
you know? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I feel it. I see it a lot, especially within town too. It's like you're like I hear certain songs and like you're just basically ripping from somebody else.
Right.
And but you could definitely go down my discography and you'll hear some shit and you'll be like, I've heard something like this already. But I think
Well,
my
everybody takes
discography,
inspiration.
yeah, yeah, that's true. My discography is kind of all over the place. It's very like I want to say diverse, but it's really just like random like songs that I be making, to be honest. Like you guys, like I got some like tracks and EPs out there that are like within the realm. Like I got some rock shit, that kind
Right.
of mostly based around that. And then I got boom like boom trap, I guess you could say, like just like classic hip hop.
Yeah.
So and you got emo, you got all of it, man. I try to do the best I can to just pump shit out, whatever sound. I
Whatever you're
think that's the
feeling.
thing about me. I don't really want to be in a box. Like I
Right.
just want to make what I think sounds good.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. As I think that's just like the way that people should approach it. I
Yeah.
think people get too hung up on like an image or a sound. But to move past that, I wanted to ask like what are you inspired by? Like whether it's artists or like a song or anything like right now or have been super inspired by in the overall of your career. Um Pretty much like also like what are you listening to right now? Kind of stuff like that.
Damn, that's a good question. Definitely like I will always be inspired by like my older brother because he's the reason why I got into music, making music in the first place. So, I mean, him and like a lot of the artists that I'm around all the time too. Uh, Definitely they inspired like how I make music, how like what I write about. But shit, what I've been listening to lately though is like bunch of I don't know. I just been putting my SoundCloud likes on shuffle, and I haven't really liked anything new. It's just like a bunch of old shit, like
I get that,
shit that
bro.
people don't know. Like it's like oh, you don't know this song, bro. Trust me, you haven't heard this song before. So like it's that kind of shit. But I've been like on the drives. I've been listening to a lot of like just rock music, hardcore. Fucking driving around mad and shit.
Yeah, man. Fucking it's like not Midnight Club, like Burnout. You ever played Burnout?
No, I play Midnight Club though. Nah, I haven't played Burnout. Nah. I feel disappointed to say that, but Midnight Club is my shit all the way.
Midnight Club was gangster, but long story
Hell yeah.
short, yeah, remind me of Burnout. But fucking nah, yeah, man, I feel that like it's been super the same with me. Like fucking SoundCloud likes. I had like a phase this last couple months where I was just going through like I like went through all my phases of music throughout my entire life. So I was like listening to like really super emo shit I was into at like 12 years old. And then
Yeah.
like it went into like the SoundCloud shit that I was into at like 14, 15. And then like just like music that I've like listened to in the last couple years and just like all like in order. And I'm like felt like rediscovering myself a little bit. It was a fun
Yeah.
time.
I think the stuff I listen to also is really like because of my brothers because they listen to a lot of like post-hardcore and obviously like hardcore and rock, metal, whatever.
Hell
I
yeah.
think especially hip hop, like all the SoundCloud stuff. I mean, shit, I feel like if I didn't have any brothers, I feel like I would not be where I am right now, for sure. Like especially like just
100%.
like inspiration of music. Yeah. They're basically like the beginning of it, I would say.
To have that influence from somebody older that you look up to or like you're related to, it's like that shit's gangster. It's dope. Like I love
Yeah, yeah,
it's
I
dope.
suppose
Like
so, yeah.
when I got into making music, it was like a similar thing. I was getting into it. I have like an uncle who we're 2 years apart, so he's like my brother more than my uncle, and
Right,
that's how I got into making music. It was fucking around with him and him getting ideas and like, yo, how do we do this and figuring it out together.
right.
And I think that shit's so important and really cool. Like
Yeah, it definitely is.
I'm telling you, bro, like doing like at least like for me, like doing this shit dolo is so hard. Like it was so much easier starting it up with him. It was so much easier when I had a bunch of friends that did music, you
Right.
know? Now it's like I'm fucking here. I got a bunch of friends who make music through the podcast, but I mean like when I was like a teenager, it was so different. Like, I just
Yeah.
like
I feel like
these are
I
kids
feel
I knew
like
on SoundCloud.
I feel like sometimes when you're a kid you don't really care about you. You're just like you're just more worried about like the fun of making it, I think, and so you're not really worried about the the quality in a sense coming out.
Yeah,
You know, it's more just
yeah,
making it. The process.
it's
The
lit.
process is the fun part.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah, um, I'm trying to think of what other questions I got because my brain is like soup. It's like melted.
Dude, I feel like I like woke up like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, bro. Like, you feel me? I'm just here chilling though. It's like I haven't been podcasting in a minute. I'm not so fresh on my senses.
No, man, I get it, bro. Sometimes you gotta, just
Shake
get
off the
back in the swing of
rust.
things, you know?
You know what I mean?
You gotta break it in. It's all good.
What was I gonna say though? Moving forward, you know, I guess it's really hard to define like your sound because I know it's just kind of you creating, but how would you say where do you want to take your sound like both productive wise like production and also like vocals because we talked about it being a little more like melancholy like melodic now and do you
Right.
feel like it'll change from that in the near future?
I think so. I'm definitely working on I'm trying like my vocal cords just aren't so I can't do certain things with my voice, and I that's what I want to work on. I definitely want to do like some like not screamo, but like definitely get some like some screaming in there, some yelling. Like, that's where like inspired by the hardcore music and shit. Like I want to be able to pay homage to that. Like,
Hell
that type
yeah.
of music I listen to. So I'm trying to figure out how to like train my voice to do that. But it's all in the matter of time.
With that being said, would you ever plan on like collaborating with people that are in your scene that are a little more on like that hardcore wave like because we talked a lot
Oh
about like
yeah, for sure.
collective collaboration.
Right. Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. I just think I would have to find like the right band. Like I know I have a few friends in some bands. Like I said, like my brother, he made music. He made rap. He was also in a band. That's definitely why I definitely got into that scene is because he was in a band. So I was coming around to his shows and throwing hands for his music. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But um, eventually he ended up leaving the band. But uh, I still go around there sometimes. It's been a while. Just it's always on a weekday, so. I can't really make it out there too often, but I got some
100%.
friends that I've been talking to in the past, so we'll see. I might not.
I'm excited to see where it goes in the future, man.
Yeah, me
What you
too.
do and stuff like that. Um, shit. I think I'm nearing a wrap up of sorts because I think I'm like kind of running out of the questions a little bit.
No, yeah.
Usually before though I do that, I like to ask, is there anything you'd like to talk about? Because it is your episode, you know? Is there anything I
Damn.
missed?
Shit, bro. Damn, now I'm drawing a blank too. Fuck.
I'm telling you,
Video
bro.
games. What did you grow like? You said you grew up on like, or you played Burnout. Like that's your shit. Like
Bro,
what else did you grow up on?
I grew up as I define myself personally as like a Rockstar Games kid. Like
Really?
I fucked with like I mean I've played other shit. Like I was like the first game I really got heavy into as a kid was like fucking Minecraft, you know? And
As
like
as any kid probably would.
yeah, like it was that and like the old GTA's, GTA 4, San Andreas, Vice City, whatever. And then once I got into like my own shit, like had my own console, it was GTA,
Yeah.
Red Dead, like all that shit. Fucking I played damn near like I played Bully, I played all the old GTA's up till 5. Like I don't know, that's my shit. Like I like the open
Yeah.
world shit.
I was definitely around that. Like my cousin being like a heavy gamer too. I think that's the type of game that's probably where my like type of games come from. Like me and him playing split screen zombies on World at War. That's what we
You
would play
feel
like
me?
some like that shit was my shit, bro. And like he would play all the old GTA's too, so it was kind of was definitely like attracted to those types of games, but
Call of Duty was my shit until BO3.
I
BO3 was like the
I have to
last good game.
disagree. I have to disagree. I like BO3. BO3 was really good.
That's what I'm saying.
I
That's the
think it
last
was
good one.
oh, okay, that's what you mean. Okay. I think Okay, then I agree with you. Yeah, 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 yeah. BO4 was okay, but it just started, I don't know, it started kind of like getting like to that point where it was
Bro, I
like
can't
how
even tell you
I
what
think
game was after.
the last good COD in my opinion was probably 20 Modern Warfare 2019 in my opinion.
You're right. I forgot those came out.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 2019 was good, and I enjoyed Cold War as well. I
Cold
ain't
War was
gonna lie.
okay. I didn't like I think I just liked the way it was in Modern Warfare 2019 with like graphic wise. I think Cold War seems so much more cartoony in a sense.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, exactly. Because Modern Warfare 2019, the story was fire. The game was just fire in itself. The multiplayer, all of it. Cold War, I didn't play the story. I didn't give a fuck. I just played
Yeah, I mean it was
multiplayer and
okay.
I
It wasn't
enjoyed
the
it.
greatest.
And even then, Cold War did have like I don't remember what year it was. Probably like 2020, 2021.
Uh 2020 because
Dude,
Modern Warfare was 2019.
Cold War got like the Fortniteification like treatment. It
It
like
did.
goofy skins and goofy
I mean
effects
it's
and
still like
shit like
that though,
that.
I feel like.
I feel like yeah, exactly. And I feel like that was the beginning. Cuz I remember having like my Leatherface skin on Modern Warfare 2019 and that was chill. It was still chill of a game. And
It
then the
was
next
more of
one
a
came out,
realist. Yeah.
it was too much.
It's too much. Yeah, I agree. But I think that's what sets them apart because I do agree Cold War does look like Black Ops. You know, like in the art style wise, like that's what Black Ops looks like in my opinion.
Right.
And then when Modern Warfare 2019, I was like, okay, you know, it makes sense. That's what it. I feel like if you play, let's say, what Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare 2, and you
Mhm.
play Black Ops 1,
Mhm.
I feel like you can tell the different art styles from that. So.
100%
And
between
I think you can see
fucking
that with those two newer games as well.
100%. Cold War I liked because they had a lot of the old Black Ops maps in them. I forgot about that. Treyarch
Yeah,
was on their shit, low key.
yeah, the
Oh
firing
man.
range, bro.
Have
I
you
think that was in there.
have you played the new Battlefield?
Yeah, I was playing it the other night actually. I was fucking going off.
It's chill. I fuck with it. I feel
I
like
fuck with. I think it's 15 times better than 2042. That like by a long shot.
yeah, I don't even
No, but
think
I don't
there's
think.
Call of
I mean,
Duty
I
on
think
there.
everybody knows that though. So
Yeah, dude.
it gives Battlefield 4 to me like,
Exactly.
but like revamped in a sense. But I think that's what they were going for.
Hell yeah. I think it was cool. Yeah. Like I mean the thing is that it's cool. I enjoy it. Do I like I feel like games don't hit the same anymore. And
They
maybe it's cuz
don't.
I'm
I think
older, but I don't know.
no. I think companies are just hella like cash grabbing now.
Yeah.
Than when everybody was, you know, like everybody was younger and like all those the prime games came out and shit. You know,
Yo, bro, like real story
everything's
based games.
microtransactions now. I mean, I've seen like
Dude,
a few
it's
good
insane.
story. I mean, I don't know, like the new Resident Evil game. I want to play that. I want to play
That
that
seems
one.
chill.
But
My
it,
complaint has just been this whole time, like, dude, PS5 has been out for 6 years, 7 years. The PS5 has been out. Yes, sir.
yup.
And I always say this. I'm like, what game do you? Cause bro, PS4, or you know what? Let me bring it back. PS3, bro. PS3. I think of GTA 4. I think of literally like the newer Midnight Clubs, Burnout, fucking what else? All the Call of Duties back then, BO2,
Yeah,
MW3, MW2, all that.
I
Bro, like
think.
crazy. What's up?
I I think of all the Call of Duties. I think of the fuck. What was that? I think of Infamous.
Right?
I don't know if you've ever played that one.
I've
I
seen it. I didn't really play it.
I think you know I think of fuck. What is that? Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and
Jack.
Clank. I
Right,
think
right.
of uh. Can you get Spyro on that on PS3? Right? Was that a thing? Or
They
was that a
might have had the
PS2
newer
game?
one
Right. Yeah. I think
or
I
like a
okay. I'm thinking
remaster.
of more like PS2 though. But yeah, I
Even
think
then,
you can still put those games onto the PS3, so technically, yeah.
exactly. PS4 came out. Bro, that shit, bro, I used to be lit on the PS4. Even like regular like new games, like bro, I used to be on Dying Light, OD. I used to be on Minecraft PS4 edition, OD. I used to be on
Yup.
fucking BO3. I used to be on Advanced Warfare, OD, but that shit was ass and I enjoyed it still. Like, you
Got
know
paid
what
for
I mean?
zombies and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, like bro, like there was so many games that I had such a good time with, even if they weren't the best game. PS5, bro. You want to know the only game that I think of on PS5, bro? Spider-Man.
Yeah. I think of The
What?
Last of Us, but that's
Like,
PS4 as well.
you feel me? Like, what game came out for the PS5 that motherfuckers were like, oh shit, it's lit, like PS5 exclusive, like, oh, nothing, nothing, bro. I'm still playing
Fucking
GT. I'm
nothing.
playing GTA 5. That shit came out 13 years ago. I'm playing revamped Battlefield 4, so you can't even say Battlefield 6 is a great PS5 game because the shit just
Right.
feels like the old one from the last
And it's
console.
on Xbox.
Exactly. Y'all are not
Yeah.
pushing nothing new. Like, you know what's gonna be the first game that I feel like, oh yeah, it's lit. PS5 got a game. GTA 6.
And it's not even a PS5 game.
And it's not a
It's
PS5
not
game.
exclusive, I should
Exactly.
say.
Exactly. Like it's not like an exclusive game. And like the PS5 was just a letdown.
Yeah,
The new
like
Xbox was a letdown too.
the
Video
only
games
good thing
suck.
about it was frames, but even then you need to have a monitor for that.
It's all fucked, man.
It is all
Honestly,
fucked. It's just the way to get money, man. Like I
in
said, that's
reality, I
all.
was about to say capitalism's ruining every art form to the
Here we go. We
fullest.
getting political, yes, sir.
No, and honestly, like I don't even know. Like it shouldn't even be this way because
No shit.
we've had previous times in history where we were dealing with poverty, war, unemployment, low income, all this shit, like everything, plus all the fuck shit we're dealing with that we haven't seen in past times. And all of these times, or at least in some of these times, like in the last 50 years, we've had a lot of great art out of it because people are expressing themselves in a time where they need to be expressed. Especially if you think about the 80s, 90s, 2000s and early 2010s. Like 80s was like police brutality, AIDS epidemic, all this fuck shit going on in the country. And you have with that the birth of rap, the birth of gangster rap, all this
Yeah.
crazy like counterculture going on. And then in the 90s, it's still a lot of these 80s issues bleeding into the 90s, still police brutality, a lot of racism, a lot of like mainly just like social issues going on. And
People
I
need to
feel
watch
like
Straight Outta Compton, bro.
you
If they
feel me like
haven't seen it, you know what I mean?
that's what I'm talking about like for that 80s 90s vibe and then the 90s
Exactly.
you go into like the 90s became real fucking gritty, dude. Like rap was gritty. You had grunge rock. You had like rock in itself was in a weird dark place and all of it was like very expressive counterculture and like some saying something about something. Then you
It
get
was a protest within the music, bro.
right. And then you get to
Exactly.
2000s, you get 9/11. Everybody's super nationalist and shit. In the beginning of the 2000s it's kind of just like regular mainstream music, I would say. And even then the mainstream stuff was good.
Yeah.
Um and then as you go on from the beginning of 2000s to the late 2000s, you have the economic crash, the housing market, all that shit going down. And a lot of the pop music was super fire at that time, talking about not making enough money, working extra hours, fucking waiting for the weekend to get lit. Like,
It was real, and people. I feel like people don't realize that. You
and
know.
my point being with all of this is that despite capitalism fucking humanity since the beginning of time, we coped with it and we made the best out of it. Now, I feel like capitalism and this dystopian ass society really has everyone by the balls. And I think it's the
Yeah.
phones. I sound like an old man. I
It
think it's
is
the
the phones.
phones. I do
Everybody's
hate
looking at their
TikTok.
phones and getting fed whatever's fed to them, bro.
The fucking consumerist fucking bullshit. I think
That's
that's what it is.
yeah.
Because I was thinking about this yesterday. I'm a yap for a second. Like I was thinking about this yesterday because I was watching. I've been like really into like old French Montana, like old like that late 2000s, early 2010s New York rap scene. Like like. And with that, I'm like watching these dudes, and these are dudes who are really in the street, really selling work, really trying to make like a hustle and make a living while also doing music on the side. and I'm looking at them, and they have like their flip phones and shit. It's like 2008, dude. It's like
Right.
flip phones
They're
and
not looking at TikTok and shit. They're making calls and texts and shit.
exactly. So I think like still having like so much like to do in the world. I'm outside. Like motherfuckers were outside every day, like
Yeah.
doing shit. I think we are living life
We're living a
through
digital life.
through the phone. We're living life
Yep.
through the phone. You're getting the stimulation of life by watching all these fucking videos and seeing all these things that give you dopamine rushes. But at the end of the day, when you look at all of it, you're gonna feel defeated. At least like with me, I'd be feeling defeated as fuck. I like so much time will pass and I'll like just be on my phone. I'll be like, damn, I could have spent all that time working
Doing
on
what you were
this,
watching.
working
Yeah.
on that. Exactly, exactly. You know, I went on
You're like, oh,
vacation.
this is cool. Like, go do
Exactly.
it.
There was no phone to simulate nothing. You just have to go do
Exactly.
it, literally. So I think we need to get rid of TikTok, get rid of Instagram Reels. Everybody needs to reject their phone. Maybe just keep an email or an Instagram or something to access your DMs,
Nah, bro. Get a pigeon and some fucking
and
letters,
we just
bro.
need to focus back on life. We need to focus
Yeah.
back on life and each other because we're too in the phone, especially now.
That's how I think that's how they're make spreading people apart. I feel like that's how they're really like what's the word, like separating people. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
it's
I think
everything
that's how
is
they make people very um desensitized to a lot of things because you see it on your phone every day. It's like
a
nothing
hundred
new.
percent. That's too.
Bless you.
Thank you. And with that being said, like everything you said, plus the fact that with the phone and now you got Spotify, you got YouTube, you got all these streaming services, and so everybody is watching or has their own little niche interest individually. There is no more like there is, but nobody uses it. There's no more cable. There's no more radio. Like nobody is listening to the radio station. Nobody's watching the cable box. And so with
Everybody's
that,
on Bluetooth and aux. You know what I'm saying?
there's
Like,
no community level like appreciation for anything. Like
yeah.
back in the day, like the reason why people remember Friends or How I Met Your Mother or any of these like corny sitcoms as like the best shows in the world was because everybody collectively was choosing to watch that because that's what was on this channel at this time and that's what you had, or Law and Order, or
Right.
now
Yeah.
people will be like, hey, did you see such and such show? And I'm like, huh?
Huh?
And they're like, yeah,
What?
bro,
I don't know what you're talking about.
it's a 5-part series on Tubi, man. Come on, go check it out. Now I gotta go watch 5 seasons of a show that existed.
Now I
Like,
gotta go make a new account for some fucking app. I don't even. To be fair, Tubi do be having some sleepers. They
Tubi's
have
fire.
they have some good free movies sometimes, like some new ones too. I've seen
Tubi
they've had
movies
John
be
Wick on there before. I was
fire.
like, oh shit,
Yep, you just gotta know what you're looking for. I be finding
yeah, for
all the
real.
like cool indie like international movies. I'll be watching movies from like like places in like South America and shit, like in
Like
different
German
languages.
movies. I don't know. Have you ever heard of Dead Snow?
Nah,
That's a good movie. That's a pretty good
which
movie. It's very.
Dead Snow.
I want to say it's kind of. I don't even know. It's very explicit. It's to do with like Nazi zombies. Like it's stupid. You gotta watch it. It's
Fair
in
enough.
Russian or something like that.
That's what's up. That's what's
Yeah.
up. I recommend if for y'all still watching the podcast, I recommend Birds of Passage. It's on Tubi, and it's about this indigenous group in Colombia, or they're like on the border of Colombia and Venezuela in like the desert. And they're like they're indigenous and they still have their traditions, but they're not like I guess what you would think stereotypically when you think of like indigenous people in the modern day. Like they're not like outdated, they're not like super traditional. They're like very still integrated into like society outside of their community. And so
Mm.
what like the whole movie is about, or like it starts off with this dude, and like I'm not gonna say too much because I don't want to spoil it, but it's like this dude and this girl is like doing this fucking dance to find like a partner because that's what the tribe's tradition is. Like she does this dance and whoever can keep up with her and this dance is suitable to marry her. And then this dude has to bring a fucking how would you say? What do you call it when you have to like bring the family like a offering to so I can marry your
Yeah,
daughter?
upward, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so he goes and he has to get like all these different beads and a bunch of goats and all this shit. And so to make that money and to do that shit, he just starts trapping. He starts selling weed, like
What
just
the fuck? That sounds lit as fuck. Oh
yeah.
yeah.
So and it's like all in Colombia, so it's like Colombia, like it's like cartel
That's
type shit, you know? Like they're
oh
just
yeah.
selling mad weed, and from there the story goes on, and it's a really cool movie. Birds of Passage on Tubi. Check it out, y'all.
I might have to check that shit out.
That shit's dope. But yeah, shit, man. What was I gonna say? Besides that, man, shit, I don't really know what else to talk about.
I don't either, man. I fucking work.
Yeah, bro, you gotta get ready for work. Trust me, I gotta go. I have plans that I wasn't prepared for today. I gotta go see my family, and they're all the way in Jersey, so that's a fucking pain
Oh
in my ass.
shit.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Fucking
like a
Joe's.
Jersey 2 hour train ride. Not fun.
Doesn't
I
sound like.
wasn't. No, it's not fun. So, shit, bro.
Hell
I
yeah.
guess to wrap it up now, we have a wrap up question that we always ask, pretty much. Lasuna. What do you got going on the next day, week, month, year, decade, century, millennium, or so? It doesn't have to be music related. It could be what you're eating for breakfast tomorrow. Just give us the
Shit.
rundown.
All I know is I'm going to work later today, and I'm hoping it's not another 10 hours. Definitely, in the next week, I'm going snorkeling.
Hey,
Going to
that's
San
lit.
Diego. Gonna go swim with the fishes. You know what I'm saying? And then I got that trip coming up, going to Texas. So that's
Texas.
like that's basically my summary of that.
Hell yeah,
The next
bro.
3 weeks.
Would you leave, like, if you could move, would you move out of California?
Yeah, for sure. Maybe it really depends. I've always thought about moving up to like Washington or something, like somewhere with like trees and shit. Just somewhere up
Yeah,
north.
yeah. Yeah, I wonder, because I feel like anyone who lives, like, in any state, like, Cali, New York, fucking wherever, you ask them that question, they'd be like, yeah, but nah. Because,
There's
and
too
it's
many
like,
people. There's too many people. I feel like I know too many people here. I feel like that's the only thing, and I think I haven't even. I haven't even gone my full potential in my own town, especially music yet. So you know what I'm saying? Like I'm still like early on in my journey in life. You know, I'm still like saving up for a car and everything. You know what I
exactly.
mean? So I'm living with my girl, but that's like that's a big milestone for me, not being with my parents, I guess.
That
So,
shit
but
is
yeah,
so lit.
finally got my own freedom, so to speak.
Exactly. That shit's lit. It's nothing like it. Hell yeah, bro. So now to officially wrap up the podcast, it goes a little
To-
something like this. This was the Cult of Personality podcast, hosted by yours truly. Thank you guys for watching as always. If you were here for the last hour or so, first episode back in half a year, I appreciate you and thank you very much. I don't know who we're interviewing next week. Hopefully something good for you guys. Hopefully I don't take another 6 months to upload. Um, peace, love, and hair grease. Peace in the Middle East. Free Palestine. I love y'all all. Like,
Straight up.
comment, subscribe. How else would I say it? Fuck U.S. imperialism. Fuck this war. Fuck everything that's going on right
Fuck
now.
Donald Trump.
Fuck Trump. Fuck this whole
Period.
administration. U.S. imperialism. Yo, think about it. China, Iran, Russia, they've existed for thousands of years. America
Period.
turning 250 this year. America is this small. America is nothing. Nothing. Don't let this shit dictate y'all. Anywho,
Period. Period.
we'll see you
Let us
next week,
speak.
possibly.